You can call me.
Call me sick, yeah.
Alright. It's 5 o'clock. I'll call to order the select board meeting for the town of Tremont. We have Jane Thurlow, Kevin Buck, Mackenzie Jewett, Patty Goodwin, town clerk Katie Dandrian, and myself, town manager Jesse Dunbar. Eric let me know he would not be able to make it tonight, so if he would like to make a motion.
Make
to
an
excuse.
excuse Eric Eaton from tonight's meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Alright, so next step is election of officers. As a reminder, you do not need a second to a motion to nominate. So first is for chair.
I nominate Jamie Thurlow for chair.
Second. Oh, we don't have second.
Yeah.
But I did anyhow.
Any discussion? All in favor?
I guess I vote for myself.
Go for it. Eric voted for you too, I could tell.
And then second for vice chair.
I make a motion to nominate Mackenzie Jewett for vice chair.
Any discussion? All in favor?
You can keep doing it. I just don't do the, no, you're doing such a good job.
Okay.
I get that back, that's such a prize.
I know.
Alright, adoption of agenda. Is there anything anyone would like to change? Next, we have a public hearing for a special amusement permit for Seaside Dairy Bar. On behalf of Norm Hanson, we have Chris is here if anybody has any questions. Okay, on the public hearing, I should open that at 5:03.
I guess the only question I've got is how late do you plan on running it?
I think most nights will be 8 o'clock. I know the town ordinance is 9, but I think that I think we realize that 8 o'clock everyone's started their meeting, so that's gonna be like 5 to 8 is what we were thinking.
Okay.
Just having like a live band under 10 and just, is that what you're thinking? Yep. Yep.
Just like last year. Yeah.
Yep, good
We were
deal.
thinking about maybe building a platform, but we haven't got that far yet. If we do, it would just be, obviously I'd come, full permit or whatever, but I'm not sure if we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
So, but we do have a small grill tent that we used last year that we use again.
I vote for one karaoke night, maybe.
Oh, no.
Friday night, karaoke.
Yeah. All right, is there any other questions, discussion, anything? Okay, hearing none, I will close the public hearing at 5:05. Anybody like
Me.
to make a
Yeah.
motion on that?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the application of Seaside Dairy Bar located at 42 Tremont Road for a special amusement permit.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the application of Seaside Dairy Bar located 42 Tremont Road for a special amusement permit. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. Good luck, Chris.
Great, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
Alright, we have approval of minutes. We have the minutes from May 1st, 2023.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of May 1st, 2023.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from May 1st, 2023. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Yeah, I think we should have made Jesse run through all this, do the warrants, do all this, and then I could start right at about regular business. I think that would have been good, just for one meeting.
Just one.
Approval of warrants. We have warrant 109 for $11,698.80. 110 for $11,425.08. 111 for $17,604.44. 112 for $169,072.40, 113 for $11,702.35, warrant 114 for $122,305.58.
I make a motion to approve warrants 109 through 114.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve warrants 109 through 114. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, next we have financial reports. That is you, Jesse.
Alright, so these reports are as of April 30th, 2023, which is 83% of the way through the fiscal year. And under revenues, in April, we collected $11,956 in property taxes, bringing total collections for the year to 96.44% of the budget. We also collected $60,303 in motor vehicle excise tax, resulting in total collections of 98.72% of what was budgeted. This amount is well ahead of pace from all recent years. We received $1,087 in registration agent fees, $880 in plumbing permits, $2,718 in building permits, $475 in 175th donations, and approximately $1,022 in checking interest. In the harbor fund, we received $1,100 in boat excise tax, $8,170 in mooring payments, and in the Silco fund, we received $700 in use fees. Under expenses, the administration cost center is running under budget at 79.49%. In April, we had an additional expense of $503 for postage, $1,571 for the town reports, $1,651 for the remaining due on the audit, $807 in advertising, $14,698 in software for our annual Trio service, and $1,092 for repairs to the boiler. You'll see we paid our first invoice to A Climate to Thrive for their work on the community resilience plan, amounting to $4,095. This entire amount is covered by a community resilience partnership grant from the state. In public works, we are under budget at this point in the year at 81.43%. Some notable costs in April included $918 for heating fuel, $1,253 in signs, $4,683 in plow and sander repairs, $1,891 in winter gas, $1,428 in repair parts, and $636 in summer gas. In solid waste, we had expenses of $9,715 to EMR, $5,277 in tipping fees, and $1,863 in recycling. In the general ledger, we received $9,324 in revenue sharing from the state in April, bringing total receipts for FY23 to $124,620, or 96% of what was budgeted for the year. In Wharf Harbor Silco funds, you'll see transfers in and out that's done quarterly, based on the revenues and expenses. And the school reserves, including the bus and maintenance reserves, were updated based on the audit numbers. Otherwise, there are no significant changes to the general reserve accounts in April.
Okay, thank you, Jesse.
I make a motion to accept the July 2022 through April 2023 financial reports.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the July 2022 through April 2023 financial reports. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, next we have regular business. First thing we have is the Community Resilience Partnership Grant.
So I can start off, the spring 2023 round of the state's grant is now open. It's open until mid-June, I believe, or end of June. As a reminder, this is the grant we've applied for twice. We did the spring 2022 in conjunction with Mount Desert Bar Harbor for vehicle charging stations, and then the fall of 22 we applied ourselves, and that grant is the resiliency plan that we're working on. So there is another round open. There's been some discussions on committee levels regarding a possible shared position between Mount Desert and Tremont to assist with the ongoing sustainability and resiliency efforts in the two towns. The general discussions, I believe, are now narrowing in on a contracted position and not a hired employee position. And Kevin's been involved in those committee level discussions as well, so if you wanna add any
Yeah, I'm actually,
background.
I'm meeting with John McCauley tomorrow. He's chair of Mount Desert's Select Board, and we've talked some about it, having a shared position. We're looking at probably one day a week in Tremont at this point, and probably the same there. That's why it makes sense to contract it. But he's pretty much on board with that, and I think we're gonna have a quick talk about maybe a couple other possibilities. But if we do the joint grant, if we do the grant jointly, it actually seems to be a little, the state program appreciates it when towns are working together, which is what we did on the first one, the first grant cycle.
What would this position actually do?
Kind of coordinate everything that's going on in the town sustainability wise, work on the sustainability plan. Kind of, they'll show up for probably one day a week in the office itself, work with the town crew, the public works, and just kind of try to put together a plan and, you know, I don't know, make working together work smoother.
It kind of takes some of it off of
Yeah.
our desk, right?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the plan.
So part of the grant process and applying for the grant, as it's been explained to me, and if there's a shared position, is the committees and on the town level have to identify goals that this person would implement or work on as part of the grant in applying for it. So those would be developed by the sustainability committee first here as to what they suggest that would look like.
And this position would be funded by the,
By this grant.
by the grant,
Right.
yep.
So we'd apply for the spring 23 grant to fund the position, yes.
Yeah, it'd be fully funded.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea if we have somebody that can, you know, work on that and sort of like I said, take that off of other plates around here, and it's paid for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's part of it. This, you know, they're working with the two towns, it'd probably end up being more cooperation between the towns too. Which, I mean, I think we're all kind of coming to the conclusion that's kind of where we're headed in a lot of areas.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, give it a try and see how it works. And is this just for 1 year, like a 1 year, 1 day a week term, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's an actual end date on it,
Yeah.
but it's, you know,
Well,
temporary.
yeah, I feel like I heard a time frame.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if it is, I'm not aware what it is. But
And they would find this person, they would go, I mean, we're not advertising for this, we're not,
Right, it would most likely be contracted with a climate to thrive
Okay.
or a similar type agency where they have staff that's familiar with all of these things, but that doesn't need to be trained.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the big advantages of a shared position is you, like Jesse said, you haven't got to train them, they know what's going on.
right,
Yeah.
right,
And,
right.
you know, you can coordinate it a
Yeah.
lot easier. It makes more sense having one person go between towns than having town try to train a person each time.
Yeah,
I like it.
guess.
I make a motion to authorize applying for the spring 2023 Community Resilience Partnership Grant that may include a shared contracted position with the town of Mount Desert.
Second, could I have a question?
Okay, I'll just, been moved and seconded to authorize applying for the spring 2023 Community Resilience Partnership Grant that may include a shared contract position with the town of Mount Desert. Is there any discussion? Nancy?
If we don't get the grant, then this doesn't happen?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright, I
Yep.
just wanted to make sure I understood
Yep.
those. Okay.
that way we're not, yeah.
Okay.
All those in favor? Okay. Perfect. Next, we have climate vulnerability assessment proposal. I'm gonna ask for your explanation on that one. Jesse.
So in the same, context,
Mhm.
part of the fall 22 round of that grant, we received includes having the climate vulnerability assessment done. The Climate to Thrive has recommended that we have the Gulf of Maine Research Institute provide this service. Included in your packet is their proposal for that work. The work is fully paid for with the fall grant that we received, but it is not included in the contract with the Climate to Thrive, so due to the amount and the different entity providing the service, I request the select board make a motion to do so. It's included in the grant, and that amount is what was basically budgeted for in the grant. It's just not a service that the Climate to Thrive themselves provides as part of our contract with it.
Yeah, and to be 100% clear, it's already paid for.
Right, correct. Yep.
We've received the grant and everything.
We've
Okay.
received the full 48,000.
Okay. I make a motion to accept the proposal from the Gulf of Maine Research Institute for the climate vulnerability assessment at a cost of $14,398 to be paid for with the Community Resilience Partnership Grant.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the proposal for the Gulf of Maine Research Institute for the climate vulnerability assessment at a cost of $14,398 to be paid for with the Community Resilience Partnership Grant. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. Next, we have, annual policy renewals. First one we have is the general policies, and bylaws. This is just for the select board.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
And so there are no changes to this document, just covering the annual update to date. Sign off.
I'll make a motion to adopt the general policies bylaws of the select board as proposed.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to adopt the general policies and bylaws of the select board as proposed. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, next we have property tax payment policy.
Same.
Same as before, no
Yep.
change to the policy itself.
I'll make a motion to adopt the property tax payment policy as proposed.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the property tax payment policy as proposed. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Alright, next we have the check disbursement policy. That's for the select board.
I make a motion to adopt the check disbursement policy as proposed.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the check disbursement policy as proposed. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? One, nope, we got a couple more. There's one last one. Conduct policy, and this is for all committees,
All
board.
boards and committees, yep. And there's no change to the policy.
I make a motion to adopt and sign the May 22nd, 2023 version of the personnel policy, no, conduct policy, I'm on it. Whatever, they all look the
Very
same.
close, yeah.
I make a motion to adopt the conduct policy as proposed. Jumping ahead here.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the conduct policy as proposed. Any discussion?
I have a question. All questions today. Do all of the board and committee members get a copy of this once we pass it?
Yes, I think it,
Radio?
Okay, Yeah, that's another, yeah, that was a question that I had as well. And how is that
They get a
enforced?
copy when they take their oath.
Okay.
So, right, so any new committee member
Mhm.
that gets appointed or elected gets this. But they're not gonna get it every single year if their term is still in the middle,
Okay.
because they've already signed it when they took their oath originally.
Yep. Gotcha.
Unless there was changes, then we would have to
Right,
re-sign again.
if they were changed.
So they've already signed what exists.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Did you
All,
take a vote? Oh, we're
no,
doing that
I was
now.
almost. All those in favor?
I think we're trying to rush this thing.
Yeah, I know. Personnel policy. Same thing.
So this one has,
A few minor changes.
some minor changes. The first very minor change is just changing all the term selectmen to select board, as we've been, doing as we update them. And then the second change is regarding the sick leave transfer.
We don't need to authorize it, you can do it.
Right, which, so we've done that, the last two, page 11. Done that the last two, times we've had a sick leave transfer. The way it was before, the select board has to approve the transfer, which just tends to, in both cases, we haven't found that it works in coordination with payroll and getting the leave transferred. They have to wait for a select board meeting to authorize the transfer. So this just, we've talked about updating the policy, and I just got around to doing it, so it replaces selectmen with town manager. No other changes.
Okay, I'll try it again. I make a motion to adopt and sign the May 22nd, 2023 version of the personnel policy.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt and sign the May 22nd, 2023 version of the personnel policy. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Alright. Alright, next we have the town office fire alarm.
So the town office fire alarm, as anybody that's at the comp plan meeting can attest to,
Yep.
has been malfunctioning, off and on for a couple months. It's malfunctioning with the, phone lines, saying one of the lines isn't working. The alarm company has, assured us that the alarm itself is still capable of indicating there's an actual emergency, but it goes off. We've had stretches where it's fine for 3 weeks, and then it'll go off 4 minutes all day long. And so we have to go run out to the entry and hit the silent button every 4 minutes.
And then answer the phone call that they're calling.
And then they call
Yeah.
and
You
say, ask if it's okay. So we did get, they've been out for 2 or 3 service calls, to check it. And they said it looks to them as though the main control panel had some sort of surge to it. It's displaying, things on the screen it shouldn't be displaying, flashing and having random characters on the screen. And this, as of last week, that screen up on the keypad is also got a bunch of hashtags across it. And it says main failure on all devices.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Time to fix
there's
Not a good
proposal-
option.
Yeah, so there's a proposal, to replace the panel, and as I specified in the memo, the amount would normally be within my spending authority, but I'd like to use the town office reserve, which has to be select board authorized for that expense. And for reference, there's around $45,000 in the town office.
Yeah, obviously we need to get it fixed.
Yeah.
We don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Right.
It's been here since the building was here, so.
Yeah.
It's old.
I make a motion to authorize a replacement of the town office fire alarm control panel using funds from the town office reserve account.
Second.
It's It's been moved and seconded to authorize the replacement of the town office fire alarm control panel using funds from the town of Tremont Town Office Reserve Account. Kind of, I get on a roll there.
Yeah.
I was like, trying to rush things, aren't we?
Yeah, looks that way.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor? All right. Jesse, town manager's report.
All right, in the last several weeks, I attended a Zoom meeting, regarding, the online mooring system with the harbor master, looking at, different options for transient float, reservations. The platform we have now is a free platform that's going to a paid platform this month, so just, exploring the alternative option, so I attended the Zoom with that. I printed broadband surveys for the broadband committee and uploaded those on the website and to Facebook. Helped set up for the election, prepped for and attended town meeting. Took down the election, assisted the Tremont K2 kids came over and planted the flower garden up front.
Looks so cute.
Flowers in the window for us. I had a general assistance appointment set up for the comp plan meeting. Attended the DMR stocking of alewives in Silco Pond. Typed the financial reports. I had a check-in with Justin regarding the new harbor master. Printed 175th flyers, and I met with the principal of Tremont School and a resident regarding a possible music festival on school grounds this summer. Probably see that on the June 5th agenda. Office staff, clerk was busy with DMV reports, election prep and setup, overseeing the election, attending the annual meeting, election follow-up, town meeting follow-up, typed town meeting minutes, and has worked on transferring the fire truck from town meeting over to the fire department. Public Works assisted with ferry terminal float launch, removing dead plantings from the garden and prepping it for the kids to come over, and then bark mulching it after the flowers are planted. The Public Works Foreman Troy was at his final 3 days of Public Works leadership training this past week, and Public Works assisted with the north side and transient float launching. Removed garbage at Hillrest and has been busy starting mowing, town office, Silk Cove, town dock, and cemeteries. They assisted with cleaning up the parking lot on Bernard Road after the floats were launched, and picked up a new trailer for the lawnmower. The harbor master was busy with launching ferry terminal floats. Met with Misha at Mancos Heritage regarding the beaver dam at the Fishway, and has notched that this year and has been maintaining the notch every evening. He attended SAR training meeting at the Coast Guard and had met with agency departments on water rescue at the Coast Guard. We launched the north side of the transient floats, attended the DMR stocking at Silver Pond, replaced a board on the north side floats at the wharf, finished the harbor packets, harbor committee packets, moved some traps up off the dock up here to Public Works, issued a mooring in Seal Cove, checked on the ferry terminal floats, and moved some supplies from float repair up to Public Works, and took debris and trash from the wharf to EMR. Over the next few weeks, I will be working on renewing the wharf insurance, attending the planning board meeting tomorrow night, harbor committee Thursday night, and from the League of Towns meeting this week.
Okay, thank you, Jesse.
How many alewives did they stock, you know?
1,320.
I thought it was 1632.
Okay. And when do they count them?
They're counting now.
Okay.
I'm not aware of any
Count is zero.
zero.
Going back down, right?
Going up.
Going,
Yeah.
oh,
It's
going up.
not going down yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We don't know why. The water's a little bit cold.
yeah.
They don't like, the other wives kind of don't like to move unless it's 60 degrees in the water.
Yeah.
And it's been right at 60 or below most of the time.
Ellsworth, they they've been, they've been running like crazy in the Union
It's not
River,
like
so.
crazy blue,
Yeah.
not so much in Somerville for some reason. Last
Yeah.
year Somerville had tens of thousands.
Yeah,
Yes.
This year they had,
Did they
as
say
of last week, 800.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah, but they say they're also cyclical. I mean,
yeah,
I'm getting this from Misha, so
yeah, yeah, no,
not, I don't have any expertise.
Yeah.
I just hear what other people say and repeat it.
Yeah, he did say, he felt like Somersville was gonna be,
Yeah.
I think last year he said they had 52,000 total in Somersville. And so far they were at less than 1,000, so he wasn't feeling as though they'd reached.
Yeah.
well, it's funny how they do I know Franklin is another place that is hard to pinpoint before if cause they have a fish trap there for bait, and, some years they'll have a ton, some years they have like none, they just,
I
you don't-
sang with them today.
yeah.
You know that Valley High song? Valley High is calling, I did, Silver Pond is calling.
Yeah. All right, suggestions for the next meeting? Date of the next meeting?
Make a motion to confirm the date of the next meeting for Monday, June 5th, 2023 at 5 p.m. at the town office.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to confirm the date of the next meeting for Monday, June 5th, 2023, 5 p.m. at the town office. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Okay.
Yeah, half an hour.
Way to go.
Good start for the year.
Yeah. Very much.